Guys, I got some more game for you guys. For you lucky people who click on this video, y'all serious. So I'm gonna give you some game that I know, that I took for myself to give me an advantage over everybody else. Check this out. So look, go to the pawn shop. Go to the pawn shops because that's where all the deals are at. That's all the deals are at. I'm gonna tell you why. You go to a pawn shop and you walk in there. These pawn shops got pretty much some type of music equipment that you can see and look in there and find. Whether it's speakers, microphone, keyboard stands, whatever you're looking for, you name it. The auditors, they got it. And the chances are somebody who had it, that was down on luck and they had to sell something that was valuable, or they upgraded some stuff and they just didn't know where to sell it. They were too lazy probably to sell it online. So they just went to the nearest pawn shop to sell it. This is the best place to go first. If you're trying to save a lot of money for gear, I don't care. It don't even have to be music gear. It can be camera. I got my cameras. I got my first camera at a pawn shop, like DSLR. And that's how I started getting more into photography and videography, right? Like, this is major game. I don't care what anybody say, man. Don't overlook pawn shops because you can. Not only that, let me tell you something. Let me show you. I'm gonna give you even more game. When you go in there, you look around, you scope out. You like, okay, let me see what we need to. And you see like, oh, right over there, boom. They got a freaking nice monitor, like nice monitor screen, or like a nice speaker or something. And you're like, okay. You're looking at it, you're like, all right, what's the price? And then you see that the price, like, they say the speakers are like $50. They just say these speakers are like $50. What you do is you like, okay, you keep it in mind, you go up to them, and then you like talk to them. You talk to them and you just see, like, okay, I was looking at the speaker over here, and then look, pawn shops need to sell stuff to keep that rent on. They're a business, but they also need to sell stuff to keep that rent on because they operate on keeping that rent. As long as they meet keeping that rent on, they'll worry about the next day. So I always like to sit there and try to come with a certain middle ground with them where everyone's happy, right? If it's $50, I ask them, hey, I really like these speakers, but I can really only pay probably about $35. Is that all right? We do $35 for it instead of $50. And if they say no, but like they're like, nah, that's a little too low. We need to make some money from. And they be like, okay, look, I really want to buy this. I know it's like you probably had these speakers out for a while or anything, and I know these are gonna really help. I could do 40. You can say I do like 35, 40. I think I said 35, but say I can do 40. They'd be like, okay, 40 is all right. And then you just say $10 on some speakers. Bro, bargaining. Look, I've learned so much in sales, pitch, and bargaining going to pawn shops every time. Every time. Learn how to bargain. Literally is one of the best trade skills you can have, is learn how to bargain. Go to a pawn shop, talk to them, and you'll pick up so much game. But anyways, back to the actual topic. This is where all of this stuff is at that you're missing out. They even have interfaces. They even got interfaces there. You can go get an interface right now. Make sure it's something that you can activate online though, because like it can be tricky with certain interface. Like, make sure it's a good interface that when you buy it you can actually use it. Like focus rates, you can actually use those things. All you have to do is go online, download the driver, and create something. But other interfaces, I don't know. You just gotta do your research first. That's another thing. Do your research. Do not go in there and just buy it because it's a good price. Do your research. I like to sit there and I'll go right in there. I'll pick up my phone and I'll look it up on YouTube and video and like just look at reviews. Trust me, you want to do that because I screw up a couple of times not doing that. So make sure you also look at reviews on YouTube about the certain item that you're interested in buying, especially if it's cameras. But that's another video for another day for that. So I'm going to drop a video on that with cameras and all that. Like, I'm gonna put y'all guys on some game, man. I feel like this is gonna really help y'all out. Whoever needs to get that gear up. If you guys enjoy this, man, hit the thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you any more energy, just one tap. That's it. This your boy KJ. I am out.